Hello, you're watching Weekly Highlights program on Azərbaycan Television with the major developments of the week. I am your host, İlham Məmmədov. Now first, let's take a brief look at some of the top stories of this week. The first session of the 7th convocation of the Milli Məclis of the Republic of Azerbaijan was held. President İlham Əliyev participated in the session. The head of state delivered a speech. On September 27th, Remembrance Day, İlham Əliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, visited the Victory Park. The first session of the 7th convocation of the Milli Məclis of the Republic of Azerbaijan was held. President İlham Əliyev participated in the session. The head of state delivered a speech.
Azərbaycan Respublikasının prezidenti cənab İlham Əliyev.
Hörmətli deputatlar, xanımlar və cənablar, 7-ci çağırış Milli Məclis bugün öz işinə başlayır.
Underlining that the full restoration of our sovereignty as a result of the Second Karabakh War and the counter-terrorism operation opens up new opportunities, new horizons for the country, and the 30-year occupation was already the remnant of the past. The head of state emphasized that our country had now embarked on large-scale construction development, and the results are obvious. President İlham Əliyev also touched upon some of the tasks facing Azerbaijan, emphasizing that the number one task is to build up our military prowess. Despite the fact that the Second Karabakh War and the counter-terrorism operation are relics of the past, the emergence of new hotbeds of conflicts, wars, and the escalation of tension around us, and the revanchist tendencies in Armenia force us to constantly pay attention to this area, said the head of state, and noted that one of the tasks facing the country is also the restoration of Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur, saying that revanchist forces are raising their heads in Armenia, and these are not only marginal political elements, but the current authorities of Armenia also live with the same thoughts and dreams. The president of Azerbaijan noted that they do not want to accept the results of the Second Karabakh War and the counter-terrorism operation. Their actions, policies, and steps create an absolutely opposite picture. This is also evidenced by the formal preservation of the Minsk Group until to this day, which has no functional significance, added the head of state. External circles, unable to digest our victory, are contemplating new plans against us, noted President Ilham Aliyev, and emphasized that the information received testifies to this. This is precisely the goal of the media campaigns, slanderous and libelous campaigns, to keep this topic on the agenda and live with the hope that if Azerbaijan ever stumbles, weakens, to rise against us. That is, we must know this. The Azerbaijani authorities know this. The public must also know. Noting that in the period since the Second Karabakh War, we have significantly increased our military prowess. New armed formations have been created. The number of special forces has increased by several times. President Ilham Aliyev said, Armenia and any country behind it should know that it will be impossible to talk to us in the language of blackmail and ultimatum. We are ready, we are capable of giving any answer, and we must always be ready for this. Large-scale modernization work is underway at all our military facilities. New equipment, machinery, weapons and ammunition are being produced. The creation of new production sites with several foreign partners is already materializing. Probably over the next couple of years, our military-industrial complex will become even larger, emphasized the President of Azerbaijan, and noted that today our country exports military-industrial products to dozens of countries and the geography of supplies is expanding from year to year. We are consolidating our positions on the conditional border because any provocation can be expected from Armenia at any moment, said the head of state, and emphasized that the Armenian side is massively arming itself while at the same time conducting military exercises with foreign countries, including major powers. Western countries supply weapons and ammunition to Armenia, said President Ilham Aliyev, and accentuate that they naturally are not interested in the Armenian people. For them, the Armenian people are just an instrument, a means to keep Azerbaijan under constant pressure, using the territory of Armenia to create a source of threat here for Azerbaijan and other neighbors of Armenia, and thus to ensure their own interests, the head of state said. Emphasizing that ideological provocations against us continue, President Ilham Aliyev stated that they have not yielded any results to date because they face the strong will of our people and our national spirit. No ideological provocation can take root here. President Ilham Aliyev said that the total amount of funds spent on the revival of Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur after the end of the war and planned to be spent by the end of this year amounts to 19 billion manats. Noting that the absolute majority of these funds were spent on infrastructure projects, President Ilham Aliyev said that more than 8,000 former IDPs had already been settled in Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur. In short, large-scale work is underway to revive Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur, the head of state emphasized. President Ilham Aliyev touched upon the issue of normalizing relations with Armenia, recalling that after the Second Karabakh War, it was Azerbaijan which initiated the peace talks. Stressing that Armenia is artificially delaying the issue, the President of Azerbaijan noted that a number of points give grounds to say that Armenia does not really want peace, but wants to drag this issue further. Dwelling on the economic sphere, the head of state noted the positive indicators of the current year, stressing that over the past 5 years, the minimum wage in Azerbaijan had increased by 2.7 times and the minimum pension by 2.5 times. The head of state said that starting from next year, the minimum wage and pension will be raised again. Independent, principled foreign policy is our main direction. We have never done anything bad to anyone. We have never interfered in anyone's affairs, but we have always taught those who wanted to interfere in our affairs a lesson so that they do not attempt to do it, said President Ilham Aliyev. But if someone thinks that they can dictate something to us, groundlessly accuse us of something or denigrate us by any means, and in return expect our friendship with them as if nothing had happened, then this is a misconception. This will not happen. Touching upon the decision adopted unanimously by almost 200 countries to hold COP29 in Azerbaijan, the head of state emphasized that this is an important factor demonstrating our internal authority and respect for us. Noting that there will be no steps back in foreign policy after this, the head of state said that the number of our friends is increasing on all continents. President Ilham Aliyev stressed that now, after the Second Karabakh War and the restoration of our sovereignty, Azerbaijan will pursue a more active foreign policy.
President Ilham Aliyev received Deputy Prime Minister of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Jamshid Khojayev, on September 23rd.
Expressing his gratitude for the reception, Jamshid Khojayev conveyed the warm greetings and best wishes of President of the Republic of Uzbekistan, Shavkat Mirziyoyev, to the Azerbaijani head of state. President Ilham Aliyev thanked him for the greetings and asked him to pass on his own greetings to President Shavkat Mirziyoyev. Jamshid Khojayev highlighted Uzbekistan's appreciation for Azerbaijan's great achievements thanks to President Ilham Aliyev's forward-looking policy and extending congratulations on September 20, Azerbaijan's State Sovereignty Day. The Deputy Prime Minister emphasized that Azerbaijan holds a versatile place among key states for Uzbekistan and that Azerbaijan enjoys great influence both regionally and globally. He noted that Uzbekistan is keeping a close eye on the ongoing extensive reconstruction and restoration works in Azerbaijan's territories liberated thanks to the wise decisions of President Ilham Aliyev, including the historical cities of Shusha and Khankandi. Jamshid Khojayev also noted that his visit, accompanied by business people, is aimed at fulfilling the directives of presidents of Azerbaijan and Uzbekistan. President Ilham Aliyev expressed his satisfaction in recalling his state visit to Uzbekistan and prior to that, the visit of Uzbekistan's president to Azerbaijan. Referring to the meeting held with business people of the two countries during his state visit to Uzbekistan, the Azerbaijani president stressed the importance of actively working on investment projects. In this regard, President Ilham Aliyev noted that the joint investment fund established between the two countries has been already utilized for concrete projects. The Azerbaijani president expressed his anticipation of future meetings with his dear brother Shavkat Mirziyoyev, emphasizing the significance of such meetings for solving the issues on the agenda of cooperation. President Ilham Aliyev also expressed confidence that the visit of Uzbekistan's Deputy Prime Minister would contribute to the further expansion of cooperation between the two countries. The meeting also included discussions on the future prospects of bilateral relations.
The other state viewed the 5th anniversary Azerbaijan International Defense Exhibition ADEX 2024 and the 14th International Exhibition for Internal Security, Safety and Rescue Equipment Securex Caspian at the Baku Expo Center on September 24th. President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev was presented JF-17C multi-role fighter jets on September 25th at the Heydar Aliyev International Airport. This advanced, lightweight, all-weather aircraft designed for both day and night operations were developed as a joint venture between Pakistan Aeronautical Complex, Kamra and Chengdu Aircraft Industry Corporation of China. The jets have already been integrated into the arsenal of Azerbaijan's Air Force.
Under the leadership of the President, the victorious Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev, army building in Azerbaijan has gained momentum in recent years. Especially after the glorious victory in the Patriotic War, the Azerbaijani army entered a new stage of development and the work on equipping our armed forces to meet the challenges of the modern era continues successfully. Defense Minister Colonel General Zakir Hasanov reported to Supreme Commander-in-Chief Ilham Aliyev.
Harekat! Möhtərəm Prezident Cənab Ali Başkomandan GF qırıcı təyyarə baxışa hazırdır. Müdafiə Naziri General Polkovnik Zakir Hasanov. Sağ ol.
Azerbaijan's Defense Minister and Chairman of the Pakistan Aeronautical Complex Board, Air Vice Marshal Hakim Raza, provided details about the aircraft's tactical and technical specifications, operational guidelines, and key performance indicators. his speech at the first session of the Milli Majlis of the 7th Convocation, President İlham emphasized that increasing our military power is the #1 task. In the period since the Second Karabakh War, we have significantly increased our military power. The combat capability of our army is growing. Its equipment is and will be provided at the appropriate level, the head of state said. On the instructions of the head of state, new army formations and types of troops are being created and the combat readiness of the personnel is being improved. At the same time, issues of military technical equipment of our army are in the center of special attention of the Supreme Commander-in-Chief. It is also necessary to emphasize the development of our national defense industry, at the same time cooperation with foreign countries and the military sphere, signing of new contracts. One of the countries with which Azerbaijan cooperates in various areas, including in the military sphere, is brotherly Pakistan. The state visit of President İlham to Pakistan in July this year gave a new impetus to the relations of friendship, brotherhood and strategic partnership between the two countries. Azerbaijan and Pakistan constantly support each other and demonstrate solidarity on international platforms.
A meeting dealing with the economic issues was held on September 26. President İlham addressed the meeting.
Bugünkü müşavirədə biz iqtisadi məsələləri müzakirə edəcəyik.
Underlining that economic development since the beginning of the year has been at expected level, the head of state added that economy grew by 4.3%. When analyzing the processes taking place in today's world and looking at the geopolitical situation in general, I can say that this is a very positive indicator. Economic growth rates exceed those of many developed countries, stated President İlham, accentuating that our main goal is to further diversify our economy and improve the sustainable development model. The president stated that inflation had been at just over 1% since the beginning of the year. I have already declared that the minimum wage and minimum pension will be increased next year, although inflation is at a very low level and although the tasks facing the country require major financial resources. First of all, the development of the military-industrial complex and the restoration of Karabakh and Eastern Zangezur. Despite all this, we are doing our best to improve the well-being of our vulnerable citizens, said the head of state. In recent years, the production of oil under projects implemented by foreign oil companies has been declining year after year, which has naturally had a negative impact on our overall economic development rates. And we made up for this decline through the development of the non-oil sector, pointed out the head of state, and added, as a result of negotiations with foreign oil companies, the drawbacks in oil production were brought to their attention, and they were asked to eliminate these drawbacks and ensure the stability of oil production. Very hard work has been done in this direction in the last few months. As a result of this work, reasonable hopes have arisen that there will be no further unfounded declines in oil production, stated the head of state. In relation to the ratio of the foreign debt to GDP, President İlham stressed that as Azerbaijan is among the leading countries of the world and underlined that the foreign debt accounts for only 7.5%, which allows us the opportunity to spend less money on the repayment of foreign debt in the future. Azerbaijan's economic development model has already proven itself in the world. We have built a strong and independent economy based on our own resources and not dependent on anyone. Economic independence naturally gives us great opportunities at the international level so that Azerbaijan can conduct an independent foreign policy with success, confidence, honor and dignity, as we have done and will do, underlined the head of state.
On September 27th, the Remembrance Day, Ilham Aliyev, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan, visited the Victory Park, which is under construction in Baku.
4 years have passed since the beginning of the Patriot War, which is inscribed in the military history of Azerbaijan in golden letters. Azerbaijan always appreciates the value of its fighting sons and daughters and honors the memory of all its martyrs who sacrificed their lives for the sake of the country's territorial integrity and the freedom of Karabakh. The Victory Park, which is under construction on 8 November Avenue in Baku, is an embodiment of this respect. According to the project implemented by the order of President Ilham Aliyev, dated 3 December 2020, the Victory Museum is being established within the complex to immortalize the memory of soldiers and officers, all martyrs who fought heroically in the Patriot War, which ended with a historical triumph and the liberation of our territories. The names of all the heroes who died in the Patriot War will be displayed on the walls of the museum complex. The exhibits collected here will once again demonstrate the bravery of the soldiers and officers who fought for the liberation of our territories from occupation, the determination of our people. The complex will be surrounded by a park.
President of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation, Mehriban Aliyeva, visited the Ahmedli Mosque commission after major renovation.
The overall development of the country does not go unnoticed in the settlements and villages. Another settlement has been added to the list of renewed and modernized settlements. Improvement works have been carried out in Ahmedli settlement. A 120-year-old mosque located in the settlement underwent major overhaul. The renovation and restoration works in the mosque were carried out at the initiative of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation. The facade, prayer areas for men and women, ablution rooms and the funeral hall were renovated in the Ahmedli Settlement Mosque, constructed in 1904. President of the Heydar Aliyev Foundation, Mehriban Aliyeva, was informed about the works carried out in the mosque. The First Lady was gifted the Holy Quran. During the renovation works, the surrounding of the mosque were also improved. Improvement works were implemented at the main entrance of Ahmadli settlement and on a number of streets preserving the historical outlook. Cobblestone pavements were laid and landscaping works were carried out. New sewerage systems were installed in the renovated streets and roofing and gates of a number of houses were replaced. The monument complex and the park surrounding it were reconstructed and landscaping works were implemented. The peculiar architecture of the settlement was preserved.
As a continuation of a series of events in the direction of preservation of environment and expansion of green zones, a tree planting campaign was held at Gençlik Park. The campaign, which was organized with the participation of President of the Heydər Əliyev Foundation, Mehriban Aliyeva, was joined by hundreds of volunteers.
President of the Heydər Əliyev Foundation, Mehriban Aliyeva, participated in a tree planting campaign in Gençlik Park. Approximately 1,000 Eldar pines were planted during the campaign, which was joined by volunteers from the Regional Development Public Union of the Heydər Əliyev Foundation and COP29. Gençlik Park, situated in the Hatay district of Baku, was built by the Heydər Əliyev Foundation. The park, occupying an area of 43 hectares, also features entertainment and recreational areas. On November 11, 2019, President of the Republic of Azerbaijan Ilham Aliyev and First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva attended a tree planting campaign as part of the Unite for the Sake of Nature, Unite for the Sake of Life project in New Gençlik Park, built by the Heydər Əliyev Foundation. The head of state gave relevant instructions regarding the implementation of improvement works in this area, which had fallen into disrepair. The Heydər Əliyev Foundation, led by First Lady Mehriban Aliyeva, also pays special attention to projects implemented at the state level to improve the environmental situation in Azerbaijan. The Gençlik Park, which was commissioned on August 26, 2021, is a testimony to this. The foundation carries out different new landscaping projects and preserves the existing ones. The tree planting campaign implemented in the territory of the park was another contribution to the preservation of the environmental balance.
That was all for the week. Thank you for watching us and stay tuned not to miss the next edition of our program.